right, you guys, then let's get straight in. I'm going to turn off our first little track of music, and away we go. Okay, so we are going to start off with the basic set of poses. And we're going to start just by a little covering of all of them. Not that this is a set order that you would have to do each time. It feels good to do them in this order, but any order is absolutely fine. So we're going to start off with our first one, which is a very standard prayer pose. And I'm going to discuss again the energy circuits that go through each of these poses. So when we're in this prayer pose, right at our heart center, there's energy that goes from one hand through the palm of the other hand and makes a circle all the way around. And the same thing from the second hand goes through the palm of the first hand and covers all the way around. So you're going to not just put your body into the pose, you're going to also feel the energy circuitry of all of these. So that's our first one. Feels very good to be right at the heart center and brings focus to that heart center, which is so important to us. We're going to move to the next one, which is our pray up. So we're going to take that strength that we had in the first one, and we're going to imagine that shower of energy and light and healing coming right from the fingertips all the way down the sides of our body. It's another very powerful pose. We're also going to concentrate on establishing that beautiful just column of light that you're going to envision coming through from the sky, top of the head, all the way down through the earth, and it's going to come right back up again through the bottom of the planet, coming through the feet, going through the heart center, and heading straight up through the top of that head. So that's a great pose to establish that beautiful column of light. And we're then going to go to our scoop pose, which resembles an ice cream scoop. And this pose can bring energy to you, and you can start sending energy out. I like to do it with the head up. You can also do it with the head down, but it feels very comfortable for me with the head up. But whatever is comfortable. We're going to move to the next one, which is offering. And this is the feeling of giving a gift of energy from you forwards and out to whoever is in front of you, whether it be a group or your community, country, planet. Go for it. Take that energy and extend it out as far as you can have awareness. And then we're going to go to the next pose, which is surrender. This is one of my favorite poses. You can do this pose with your head up or your head down. This is, again, just really concentrating on the release of the smaller self, our ego, that brain that likes to chatter and worry and definitely keep us safe, but sometimes goes a little too much. So you say in this pose, I give it all away. I give it to God, I give it to universe, to source, whatever word is comfortable for you, and you just release all of that smaller self or chatter mind. And we are then going to come to hands to the heart. And this pose feels really good for a sense of forgiveness. This is where in our prayer movement, we concentrate on forgiving ourselves 100,000%. And then we also can use the movement of offering from one side to the other. You can bring this arm down or keep it on the heart and forgive absolutely everybody else that you've encountered, that you had an issue with. And then we're going to do that to the other side a little bit. We're going to forgive ourselves again. We're going to charge our hands with that energy of forgiveness. And then we're going to send it out the other way to make sure that we absolutely get to every person, every being that we've ever encountered and beyond. Yes, excellent. And then we're going to bring those hands back into the heart. Beautiful. And then let's go over our cross face pose. This pose is where we're going to attempt that we can see clearly now. We can see the truth. The cobwebs of illusion are gone. So you can do this pose several times in a row just to push through and intend and focus and affirm that you're going to see clearly from now on. You're not going to see through the eyes of worry or fear, etc. All right, and we're going to do our top up poses where we reach forwards with one arm. Does not matter which arm first. You're going to take that second arm. You're going to concentrate on feeling every single life form, creature on this planet, in the universe. You're going to reach those arms straight up. Pull, 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 pull. Feel that you're in contact with absolutely every living being, and then give all of that a great big hug, including yourself. Feel that oneness to every living being that you reached out to, and then to yourself. Bring it all back in. And we're going to do that with the other hand to balance ourselves out. So off we go with the other arm, single arm reach, and then a double arm reach. And we're going to reach to absolutely every single living being. Really concentrate on that, focus, and affirm. And breathe that in, and hug that in. Send every living being, every creature, person, animal, plant, lots and lots of love. And the feeling of oneness, that you're aware that we all are one giant, beautiful field of energy. So great big hug there. Yes, excellent, excellent, excellent. And then we're going to cover our golden bubble. So from that hug, we're going to take our hands out just like this. And we're going to feel the energy bubble around us. It might feel on the smaller side, a little bit bigger. It does not matter what size it starts at today. We're going to feel that, and one of my favorite healing colors is definitely gold, but the color choice is totally up to you. Feel what color it is that you have in your field today. And we are going to start expanding our energy bubble, and we're going to be sending out healing as we go. So with our expanding awareness of what's around us, we're also sending out a healing affirmation. So we're going to be aware of the contents of this room, and we're going to feel that the floor, the table, chairs, mirrors, everything in our room is a little friend, is like a little smiling atom. It's just a beautiful, beautiful life form. We're not going to see them just as things, they are alive. And off we go, and we're going to send our awareness and our healing energy bubble out to the very, very edge of our room. And you can do this at a faster pace or a slower pace later in our dance, whatever is comfortable. And we're going to send our awareness and our healing bubble out past the walls of the room that we're in to the next set of rooms in the building that we would be in at the moment. So out it goes, and you're feeling that idea again that the walls are not just walls. We're going to imagine that they're little friends. We're going to let them be the energy that they are. We're not going to restrict them just to hold their sense of matter. We're going to let them be free. And you can do this with your eyes closed to help affirm and imagine that. And out we go past the confinements of our building. And we're going to see that energy field keep going out. It is communicating with everyone and saying we are one with all living things, all inanimate objects. We're allowing everything to go to its energy state, sending that healing out, that feeling of oneness. And if your arms start to get tired, feel free to flip them into an offering, which is a little easier to carry if that feels comfortable, or down to a surrender. But your awareness keeps going out. And you can push your hands out if that's more comfortable as well. But that awareness has gone out to encompass an entire city block. And you are going to be sending powerful, powerful healing out to everything that your energy bubble encounters. If the color changes during the process, so be it. We can start at a gold, we can go to a beautiful glitter or a white light, a beautiful ball of white light. And out it goes, and you can go to several city blocks. You can have your awareness encompass the entire city that you live in. It can keep going as fast as you wish and as far as you want to. Just keep that focus going out, that as your energy bubble reaches a living being or an inanimate object, that it will receive healing, and you are bringing it to a point of oneness. You're accepting it as part of you, and you are part of it or another person. And then we're going to hold that in our healing dance later for about 10 to 30 seconds. And when comfortable, and you maybe got out to visit several universes, which is lovely, after you've held it for a little moment, you're going to very slowly start bringing all of that back in towards you, knowing that the energy is going to stay behind as well. So you're keeping that healing energy out and that feeling of oneness to absolutely everything that your bubble has touched today. And you're going to bring that in, and we're going to bring the hands back up to the heart and feel oneness. With the feeling of oneness, there simply would be no issues at all. Separation, may I humbly say, is an illusion. So anything that gets us to realize the truth that we are all one energy makes such a difference in our lives. So we're really going to focus on that today. Perfect. So those were the poses that we've gone over a little bit, and that's a review of how they feel, what they do for us, and basically how to use them. You're going to get a nice big charge of energy in different ways when we do those later with some music, and I'll stop talking at you so that you can just focus on the feeling and the energy behind them. Okay, we are going to add a goodie for today, which is breathing. So I'd like us to try a very basic breathing exercise. Can be done, as always, with any of these poses, either standing or kneeling or sitting. We are going to breathe in through our nose for 2 counts. We're going to hold it for 1, and we're going to breathe out for 2, and hold it for 1. So I'm going to try that again with you guys. We're going to breathe in for 2, hold it for 1, breathe out for 2, and hold it for 1. Breathe in for 2, and hold it for 1, and breathe out for 2, and hold it for 1. So we could enhance that to breathe in for 4, hold for 2. You always want to hold for half of your in-breath or out-breath. So we can breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and breathe out for 4, and hold for 2. Let's give that 2 tries. Ready, go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2. Again, big breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2. So there's a very basic form of rhythm. Whatever is more comfortable, that's what you're going to use. And now we're going to add some magic to that. So life force, known as prana, known as chi, we are going to imagine and know that it is all around us. So it's in our food, it's in our water, it's in different interactions with people, it's literally in everything, and it's in the air we breathe. So I'm going to get you to go back to choosing a color that symbolizes the prana or life force in the air that we're going to breathe in. And I'm going to choose a glittery kind of color, so a silver white kind of a color. So now when I do my breathing exercise, I'm not only going to imagine that prana, or life force, or chi, is coming in through my nose and out through my mouth. I'm going to imagine that it's coming in every pore of my being. So my entire body is going to get charged all at the same time. And then I'm going to breathe it back out into the atmosphere, out through every pore of my being. So let's give that a try with the breathe in 2, hold 1, breathe out 2, hold 1. So let's give it a try, everybody. Pick that color that you've got in mind for that life force or prana or chi energy, and away we go. Breathe it in. 1 and 2. Hold it to charge your body, and breathe it out. 1 and 2. Hold for 1 count. Again, breathe it in. 1, 2, and it will go right through your body, and breathe it out. 1 and 2 and hold. Let's try that again. Breathe in. 1, and 2, and see it filling your entire body with life force. And out it goes. 1 and 2. Hold 1 count. 1 more time. Breathing in powerfully. 1, 2. Hold for 1 count. Breathe it out. 1 and 2 and hold. All right. So we are going to add that very basic breathing exercise, rhythmic breathing. And we're going to imagine that life force coming into us. So if you ever feel tired or sluggish or low energy, this is a 2-minute recharging. And we are adding that, though, to our beautiful, empowering prayer poses. So the body is going to be pretty darn happy today as we add that little secret on. So we've been talking about our prayer poses and how we can breathe the energy into them. This is a very, very powerful way to do that. I'm going to add one more goodie for today before we get started, and that is to talk about when we're doing the breathing exercise, when we're doing the prayer pose, we're going to put our mind into a state of being before we start. So the prayer poses are without words. They are without thoughts. They're just movement. And may I humbly say that I find that thoughts and words are more from our smaller self, our ego mind, that chatters and worries and can sometimes just go a little too far with that worry about the body and worry about the self, right? How am I? Am I okay today? Am I loved today? I, right? It's a protector of the physical body, but it can get a little bit too far on us and just starts to take on a life of its own that actually it doesn't have. So we're going to diminish that today, and I always like to have it kind of considered as a little figure that's trying to help us. We're going to sit it over on the couch. We're going to say, thank you so much, self. We're going to move you over to the side today, even before we start. And we are going to concentrate, before we get started, on what I'll call the God within, the source within, God mind. It's called so many different things. And the way that I like to take us to that point is to concentrate on this amazing philosopher named Mooji. And I've shared him with some of you guys. It's Mooji. And he is a lovely, simple concept to get the mind to go to that state of quiet so that we can finally tune in to the God mind or source or God force within us. So Mooji will say, I would very much like to meet you today. Would you please come to my house that is 1 room and very, very small? So what you're going to do is leave your personality, your worries, the people that you know and greet and meet and worry if they like you enough or not. You're going to put your job, your position, your goals even. You're going to take all of that and you're going to leave it outside of my little house because there is no room in my little house for that. I would just like to meet the pure essence of who you are. So we are going to try that little exercise today before we go straight into our prayer dance. And I'm going to do it with you with 2 different movements. So we're going to take Mooji's house idea and we are going to do the following 2 movements. We're going to take our arms to the side and we're going to imagine all of that clutter, thoughts, worries, personality traits, aspect of the exterior reality. We're going to bring it forwards just like that, and we're going to let it go. We're going to just let all of that go, let it go, out the palms of your hands. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then you're going to close your hands, and you're going to walk cleanly into our room that holds nothing but our source. All right, let's try that again. So we're going to extend our arms to the sides. we are going to imagine that we're magnetizing all of that clutter of thoughts and worries and issues and problems. And as Muji says, don't worry, they'll all be there waiting for you at the end of our visit outside of this little house. We're going to bring those hands forwards and we're going to let them go. Let all of those different items go. Send them straight through the palms of your hands. Let them go, let them go, let them go, let them go, let them go. And you're going to then cleanly come in to that little room that is just a clean space. It is empty, but full. And we're going to experience that today. I'm very, very excited. Yes. So that is a movement that we're going to add to that basic concept of Muji's clean house. Yes. So will everybody try that with me today? When we get to our Muji house concept in our prayer dance, our first prayer dance music today is very calm and quiet. And our second one is more exuberant. So today we are going to start off with the little Muji house meditation. We're going to do the movement and I'm going to talk you through that scene. And then what we're going to end up with is a very different feeling even before we start our more exuberant prayer dance. All right. I'm excited, everybody. I'm going to get our music ready to go. Okay, and I'll keep it on the quiet side. I hope you guys like it. All right. This is 528 hertz, which is a frequency that works well for the heart center. So let's do it together, guys. All right. We're going to start off just with our feet apart, or once again, you can do this sitting or kneeling up to your comfort level. All right. We are going to start our rhythmic breathing. We're going to imagine that prana or life force coming into us as we do the movement to get ourselves ready for Muji's house. Off we go. Breathe in. Arms to the sides. And hold. And breathe out. And hold. And keep breathing in for me as the arms come front. And hold. And breathe out. And imagine as you keep breathing, all of that clutter of thoughts going out through the palms of your hands. Breathe in. And hold. And breathe out. That life force is giving you power to release all of that. And breathe in. And hold. And breathe out. And now quietly come in to Muji's house, that clean room, and keep breathing as I talk you through the feeling that is in his little house. Do we have a personality in his house? No, there's no room for it. Do we have any worry at all in his house? No. Do we have any thoughts or words in his house? And no, we are leaving all of those at the door. This is a clear, clean space. And keep breathing free. Feel that emptiness in the room and start feeling within yourself what all this time has been observing the personality. What all this time, with a little bit of a smile, has been watching all of the things that your very excitable person does all day, and worries and thinks and tries. What has been watching all of that? Just feel that for a moment as we're in this clean, clear space, and feel the observer. If a thought starts to come by, give it a little thank you and show it to the door. Say, I'll be out after, I'll talk to you after, but not right now. And keep breathing that beautiful life force in, and send it out. in that little room, feel the power of the God mind, the observer, that little voice that gives us guidance when we're able to once and for all turn off our chatter mind and leave it at the door and keep breathing. And you'll feel a beautiful emptiness. Yet, what I find is one of the most fulfilling levels of love. It is unconditional love. And keep breathing in that life force and hold and breathe out. We're going to maintain this for 10 more seconds. No personality, no worry, no thought, no deep hurts or deep emotion. And feel in your body a new sense of vitality through a clean and clear emptiness. The little person is still sitting on the couch outside the door, and you are able to meet the observer, the guidance that's always with us, source energy, God, universe. We have tuned out to one radio station of the little person's thoughts, and we are fully tuned in to what God is asking us to do, what source is guiding us to do, whatever word feels comfortable. You're going to be able to access your intuition. You're going to be able to see so much more with your inner eye now, because we are not encumbered with all of those thoughts. And to finish for now, we're going to imagine right at our heart center a beautiful central sun. This is going to be the symbol for us from now on when we'd like to immediately access God energy, source. We're going to feel a warm central sun right in our heart center and know that guidance and observer and absolute unconditional love for everything we do is always there. Beautiful, and we're going to let that go. Yes, excellent. All right. So, folks, that is that is our get ready for our slightly more exuberant dance. Do you need to do a dance after that every day? Absolutely not. That can be your very nice 5-minute focus for the day. And you guys can laugh at me, but I won't even get out of bed anymore until I feel Source telling me, let's do this today. Source has that idea and concept of all that our smaller brain is not able to know. We don't know always what the very best thing to do or idea is to work with the betterment of ourselves and all others. So we say, Source or God, would you show us, please? We're going to take that little chatter self. We're going to say, thank you very much. We're going to sit it on the couch. And instead of living our life thinking what the best thing to do is for ourselves and others, we're going to hear what the best thing is to do. So that's our little goodie for today. Off we go, guys. I'm going to pick some fabric, a color of fabric to enjoy. You guys can do the same. And remember, it's improvisation. Those prayer poses that we went over, you can use them with fabric. You can concentrate first without fabric. Get some fabric ready if you have some, but not necessary. All right, I'm going to grab, I think, some blue tape. All All right, so much fun to play with color. So we're gonna have that instant access, that connection with our new symbol, the central sun, right in our heart center. And at any moment, any day from now on, if you know that you're moving away from what God is asking us or Source is asking us to do, it feels a little more about the self, put that hand to the heart center, or just concentrate on that beautiful, warm, unconditional love. And just do that one movement, and it's right there. Yes, okay. So we're gonna go to, again, a track of music that is going to, so we're moving up in hertz. This is without words, guys. This is 936 hertz. So we're stepping up the frequency of the music that we're using. All right, I hope everybody can hear that. I don't want to blare it on you. Okay, guys, we are ready for our prayer dance. So let's take ourselves to that very, very quiet room. And I will not talk you through this one, so we can go to that language of Source, which is without word. Off we go, guys. All right, you guys. Awesome. I am going to turn that down, even though we could move to that pretty much the whole day long, and it would be fantastic. Okay, turning our music down. All right. Wow. Wow. Yes, exactly. That was amazing to share with you guys. Holy Pete. So, those are a couple of very special goodies to add to our basic movements. So, boy, in our day that gets busy with phone calls and emails and grocery shopping and typing and rushing and traffic and all of that, I can now feel when I move from self, source, self. It's just the focus. Source is always there. God is always there. All in my humble opinion. Always guiding us. It's just, can we hear it? Can we hear that guidance? Or has the chatter self just, it's ruminating, it's going around in circles, right? It's self-based. How that I, when we hear in most of our sentences, am I going to be on time? Did I do well enough? Am I doing the right thing? Did I make a mistake? I. So if we can just take all of that, not try to kill it, destroy it, just thank it. Thank you so much. But I'm actually going to be listening to another source. I got a different boss now. That's one of my favorite things to write on a sticky note on my wall. My boss is God, smiley, or my boss is source. I work for God, or I work for source. I bring the banner of God to the moment. I bring the banner of source. I uphold the truths of God or source. And I'd like to draw a little picture of this whimsical little character that just kind of goes, well, and sits on the couch and smiles. We're told sometimes, kill the ego, destroy the ego, burn it. No. Thank you, little person. Thank you so much for trying to help my body to survive. It's a fear-based mechanism. It's a more instinctive mechanism, right? It's trying to get us food. It's trying to get us water, but it can get competitive. It can go too far, and it can really get that I in all your sentences. And not more towards that allness feeling of source that I find just moves right away from language. I find it communicates in visuals a lot more easily. So I'm going to stop talking, or I'll never stop talking, and you guys are being very polite listening to me. So there you go, guys. That's our lesson for today. So that is adding that beautiful Muji's house. I hope you watch some of his videos on YouTube. They're amazing. He is the cutest Jamaican Santa Claus figure you ever have seen. He has a light in his eyes because you can tell he's moved away from the attachment of the ego. It's just gone. It's absolutely incredible. So one of our favorite methods is the Muji house, where his little house is very small and only allows source. Just super, super fun. All right, you guys, I hope that was fun for everybody. And that concludes my material for you today.